HarperCollins presents A Cook's Book, written and read by Nigel Slater. To Louise Haynes, who first encouraged me to put pen to paper. Acknowledgements. A Cook's Book was written at my kitchen table during the pandemic of 2020 to 21. But the stories and recipes between these covers go back a long way before that. A book of recipes and meals shared is inevitably a collaborative affair, and I have many wonderful people to thank. To Louise Haynes, my editor for over 30 years. To Alan Jenkins and to Harriet Green, Martin Love, Gareth Grundy, and everyone at The Observer, I simply cannot thank you enough for your continuing support. Thank you to Araminta Whitley, Marina de Pass, and everyone at the Soho Agency, and a huge appreciation to The Observer readers and to my followers on Instagram and Twitter. Many hands have been involved in this book, but none more so than James Thompson's. Whether he is cooking with me or working with the Great Oven, his international network for refugee aid and emergency food relief, his work and inspiration run deeply through the pages of this book. I can never thank him enough. A round of applause to Giles Cooper, who worked painstakingly on many of the recipes in this book, testing and retesting, and to Nicola Lamb for her wisdom and baking expertise. To everyone at Fourth Estate, especially Charlie Redmayne, Michelle Kane, Julian Humphreys, Chris Gurney and Mia Colleran. To Gary Simpson, Annie Lee, Laura Nichol, Alex Gingell, and Louise Tucker, my thanks. It has been a joy, as always, to work with Jonathan Lovekin, who has photographed not only the food in this book and my weekly Observer magazine columns, but all of my cooking for as long as I can remember. I'm so grateful to Jenny Zarens for photographing me and my kitchen, and for giving the stories and recipes in this book a sense of place. I think of each of my books as having its own character, which is why each has its own format. I thank David Pearson once again for his thoughtful design, and am grateful to GS Typesetting and everyone at the GPS group. As always, there are no stylists or props involved in my books. If you recognise plates and bowls and pots and pans, it's because they are part of my life. The ceramics from which we eat are important to me, and I would like to mention all those whose pieces I use regularly in my kitchen, especially Florian Gadsby, Steve Harrison, Anne Metayotsoi, Rupert Spira, Tapayono, Darren Ellis, Jono Smart and Emily Stephen, and the late Richard Batteram. I have long been an admirer of the late Howard Hodgkin, and am lucky to have some of his paintings in my own collection. I am indebted to Anthony Peattie and the Howard Hodgkin Legacy Trust for their permission to use Howard's painting A Pale Reflection, 2015-16, on the cover of this book. Many have encouraged, inspired, or helped with this book more than they would ever know. A shout out to Dalton Wong and George Ashwell, Richard Stepney, Tim Doffey, Jonathan Nunn, Edmund Duval, and Takahiro Yagi, to Katie Finley, Jack McGuigan, Tok and Hiromi Keese, Takako Sato, Maureen Doherty, Lynn Harris, Kyoko Kuga, and Mitsu Iwakoshi. Thank you, and much love to you all. Nigel Slater is an award-winning author, journalist, and television presenter. He has been the food columnist for The Observer for over 25 years. His collection of best-selling books includes the classics Appetite and The Kitchen Diaries, and the 2-volume Tender. He's made cookery programmes and documentaries for BBC One, BBC Two and BBC Four. His memoir Toast, The Story of a Boy's Hunger, won 6 major awards and became a film and stage production. His writing has won the James Beard Award, the National Book Award, the Glenfiddich Trophy, the Andre Seymour Memorial Prize, the British Biography of the Year, and Fortnum & Mason's Best Food Book. He lives in London. He was awarded an OBE in the New Year's Honours in 2020 for services to cookery and literature.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?